rocket like rocket fuel.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Miami, 51, jump!
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Freeman. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 46-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Switch. Whip. Watch the hey, Tuesday.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Ready, 25! I'm going to run you over. Hey, straight plans. Hey, Tuesday. Hey, South.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Bears take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel, 72 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now it's Ryan. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
Coming this way, here we go. Space.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
54. Good move. Hey, watch it. Check 13. Watch the safety creep.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, defense.
On third down, Trubisky. He finds Robinson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Hey, South! 58 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
Switch.
58, check.
From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Freeman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Ready, Blue 80. 21.
Hey, Delta.
Gun.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The kick by Bryant is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Lock in.
From the 35 on second down, Trubisky, 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, open man, Tanner Gabriel. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him at first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter. Gets a go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
We got to step it up. Mike 5-4, Mike.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Mike
59, ready. Ready.
Walks around.
Hey, express. 22.
Check.
Hey, let's go.
Check.
Face.
Ringo.
Got it.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Mike. Hey, South.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check.
Check 24. Kill.
51.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Check 99. Check 99. Bang, bang.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, high 7.
Now Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd down at the 31-yard line.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
Hey, orbit.
Now Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Trubisky will throw. Now Trubisky lost the football. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this of intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you've got...
Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. Completes it to Miller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Trubisky now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw again. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 10 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Hey, take down. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hey, South.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Gun. 39. We got double up.
From the shotgun, Ryan eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Jones, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Deion Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 26, check 26. Check 26.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Silver. 21. Wait. Watch out.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
21. Switch. Hey, 59, ready. Under 10. 10. Check 31.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Down. Ready. 280. 59. Pick me up. Here we go. He's checking.
run on first down. It's Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Ready. You ready? 58. I got it. Check. Space.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Yeah.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Jones getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Freeman again, a first down carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous. He's crashing.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out. And
this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. 61, down. SOS.
A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
45 the mark. Check.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Gun. 44, Mike, 44. Stop your body. Whip. 22.
Freeman again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Check.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Hey, Charlie. Mike, 54. Check.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Hey, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Back to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 5-4.
Now it's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Hey, Alpha.
54. Watch the run. They're running it. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. You don't want none of that. Give it. Pick up the ball.
Trubisky to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And Robinson with a big catch. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing now is Trubisky. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they have got the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken short.
We got this.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone. And